This is going to be a trifold folio. The beginning measurements of our scrap of paper. I don't remember what they are. Not a very good tutorial, is it? But you want it to be, you want to cut about an inch off of the length and the width. And then when you fold, you don't want to fold completely over. You want to leave some room in between wherever you want your folio to, what side you want it to open on. You want to leave some room there so it's not touching. Here we're cutting out the bulk. So when we fold our folio up, it folds more easily. This tutorial was inspired by Kathy's Garden. I watched hers, and here I'm trying it for myself. So you can go watch hers as well. I recommend it. She's got some great tutorials. Here I'm just measuring what those size of panels are, because we're going to cut out some paper to go cover up the back of our paper. This is just an old index from an old book, and I thought it looked good in the folio. This is I call it a distressing mat. It's just a laminated piece of paper. And what I've done is gotten it wet, and I'm kind of painting around the edges instead of rubbing it on dry. I do this when my mat gets really grungy and I want to use all the ink to clean it off. However, it does make your seams brittle because it's paper and you're getting it wet, right? Duh. But somehow I didn't realize that, so I'm just gluing some washi tape over the seams to make it a little bit stronger. So I guess keep that in mind, because you might not want to compromise your paper on your folio. And in that case, you could skip this step or just do like regular aging around the edges. Same deal here. I'm just using leftover pigment from my distressed inks, and I sprayed it down, rubbing it on with a sponge blender, and kind of makes it, like tea or coffee dyed without having to soak it in tea or coffee. So that's kind of a convenient little thing there. And then I just use my heat gun to dry it all the way before I do any stamping on it. I'm using a brown shade of VersaFine. I really love this ink because it does grab all the details and it transfers so nicely to your paper. I think it's a hybrid pigment. So if you leave it on your paper, it will dry. I believe you can also heat set it. But I am going to be heat embossing with this. And I use a clear heat embossing powder from Wow. And I want to say it's fine or ultra fine clear powder. And it's the best embossing powder. I think Wow brand embossing powder is the best in general just because it's so fine it sticks to all the details and it's really nice to work with. Here I've got some packing paper from an Amazon package, and I'm going to use that for the little notepad in the middle. I would recommend when you're doing this to undercut the width a little bit more than you would necessarily, because when you do close your sides, it will fit, but it will kind of bend your paper a little bit too. So do go a little bit, make the width a little bit less than what you would normally. So here is one of my favorite parts. I like constructing, but I also really like decorating and coming up with designs and schemes for to make it pretty. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. The process is pretty long and drawn out, but I use a mix of Tim Holtz items and gosh, AliExpress stuff, and then a lot of pre-stamped labels and whatnot I'll use to decorate this. So if you have any questions about what any of it is or where I got it from, drop them down below and enjoy the process. Like a lot of other web-based fantasies, in the end it came to nothing. Police investigated and discovered neither the car nor owner had anything whatever to do with the murder in Moscow. And it wasn't the one? And it wasn't the one. I guess they make a lot of web launches. What the web sleuths didn't know was that behind the scenes, police were gathering security camera video capturing images of White Hyundai Elantra driving past the King Road house 3 times just before the murders, returning a 4th time at 4:04 a.m. and leaving the neighborhood in a very big hurry 16 minutes later. Nick Gibson is a senior at Washington State University and a freelance reporter. Law enforcement had an idea what they were looking for long before the public was aware of it. That's because a photo alert, be on the lookout, was distributed to the police station when it released before the appeal to the public for tips about a white Elantra. The campus caught at Washington State University saw that photo and took some initiative. I don't mean to sound snobby about it, but look at the campus police officers. Usually their jobs are basically writing tickets on campus. Like this showed some initiative, and it was incredibly helpful to these days. On November 29th, after the photo went out, this campus cop did the research, as Nick Gibson told him. WSU has, like many universities or big entities, they have a parking services department. And so any university employees will have their parking pass, their registration, their license plate, and make and model in the system already. And in that system is where the campus cop found a Hyundai Elantra, white, with Pennsylvania plates. The car was registered to a Brian Kohlberger, who turned that name turned out back to him. Kohlberger was a PhD student in criminology and part-time teaching assistant. He lived on campus. The second campus cop went out to take a look. So that area is on-campus housing. It's popular among graduate and professional students. And there it was, in the complex parking lot, a white Elantra. But was the car the police were looking for or not? The car in the lot had Washington state license plates, not Pennsylvania.
in the Bulls 2011-13 Olympics. This is but they turned in the tip anyway, and their sighting wound up on a list with lots and lots of other white lawn furs. Correspondent Stephanie Gostin covered the case for NBC.
Well, this time, Keith, the task force on this case is getting inundated with information. They have a lot of information about this car, so they've got all of this information coming in, and it's like a drop in the bucket. They don't know whether or not to pursue this. They don't. They may not have the people to go look at everyone with a registered white Hyundai Elantra who parks.
So it's on the list, just not commenting on the list.
It must have been a long list.
And so on that list it sat, waiting for attention. And investigators remained in the dark about that particular 2015 Elantra and its owner, quite unaware of him or his plan to take a long trip clear across the country from Washington State University and far out of reach of those detectives working so hard back in Moscow. Or so he may have hoped. But as he celebrated the season, did he worry what they might discover, or who might soon be just outside, watching?
At Domino's, we're tipping you $3 for ordering carry-out online. Because we appreciate those heroes who rise. And go get it. Heroes who won't leave the coziness of their action in pursuit of lost delicious Domino's. You too can be a carry-out hero.
You're right.
Really? And get a $3 tip to use on next week's order at Domino's. Look, I don't think comfort there is not a bad thing. That's what my friends are for. You will be fired when you do this. No, you won't be fired. This whole moment is all you the school, I want you. It's all the facts.
Monday, December 12th, the start of final exams at Washington State University across the border from Idaho. The pressure cooker of time for, but especially now, senior Nick Dixon.
So final week, the timing, many of them in the morning, many of them are caring for their safety.
Winter break couldn't come soon enough. Nick was headed home like so many others. Brian Colbert, too. His dad was flown out from Pennsylvania to make a cross-country drive home with his son. 2,800 miles of Brian's white Elantra, the very type of car police were looking for.
I would keep an eye out for them. Oh, there's my car. Is that the Elantra?
But as Brian and his dad pulled out of Washington State University, the police did not yet understand the significance of his Elantra, because it was at least 2 years newer than the car they thought they'd seen on security at the time of the murders. NBC News correspondent Stephanie Goss.
It was a 2015 Hyundai Elantra. So somebody had it wrong.
The Colbert's cross-country trip started out on Wednesday. On December 13th, the Elantra passed under an automatic license here in Loma, Colorado. 2 days later, December 15th,
Hello, how y'all doing today?
the traffic stop in Indiana for tailgating Brian at the wheel. Minutes later, second traffic stop, just down the road, still in Indiana, with no citation at the time. Was that just a coincidence or something more? A lot of people thought the FBI was following them all the way across the country. Not the case.
And there was a theory that that the FBI asked the Indiana State Police to stop them on the road and get this video of them, which sounded like it made some sense, but as much as it just was not the case.
All pure coincidence.
Pure coincidence.
A day later, Friday the 16th, the Elantra arrived at its final destination, Ballsville, Pennsylvania, 90 miles north of Philadelphia. The Colbert home was in a gated community where Brian settled into the holidays. And back in Idaho, a week before Christmas, the investigators finally caught a very big break. DNA from the night shoot found at the crime scene had been analyzed by forensic genetic genealogists. The law enforcement source told us the genealogist suggested investigators focus on a particular family tree.
Our source tells us they got a list, a small enough list, that they got a note.
A name in the immediate family of Brian Colbert. The cops went into hyperdrive. 2 days before Christmas, they used that DNA information to obtain a search warrant for Brian's cell phone records. A treasure trove. Like the fact that Colbert's phone was nearly always on, but appeared to be off on November 13th from 2:47 a.m. to 4:48 a.m. A window that includes the time police believe the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. And just a few hours later, Colbert's phone pinged near 1122 King Road. This was a revisiting the crime scene. It turned out he was very familiar with King Road's house. His phone pinged near it repeatedly in the weeks and months before the murders.
Not only once, not only twice, but 12 times.
Next, investigators got their hands on copies of security camera video from Washington State University and the city of Pullman, where WSU is located. A white Elantra was seen leaving and re-entering Pullman right around the time of the murders. The Elantra police were hoping to see.
Colbert's Elantra spotted traveling towards Moscow right before the window where the Elantra is seen in the neighborhood of the King Road residence. The Elantra has been seen again re-entering town around 5:26 a.m.
That white Elantra police finally realized was it, one they've been searching for. It was a 2015, not an earlier model. The same Elantra discovered by that Washington State University campus security officer weeks earlier. It all came together. The videos of Colbert's movement, the 2015 Elantra, the cell records, together with the DNA. The police finally had a suspect.
If they had not used that forensic genealogy, they might never have identified him.
They had the material right there in front of them under a big stack of other stuff about white Elantras, but no way.
His name gave them the cell phone number, and it wasn't until they got the cell phone number that they took the cell phone and the car and the neighborhood at the same time.
As Christmas came and went, FBI agents were watching the Colbert home in Pennsylvania. On December 27th, they pulled trash at the home and flew it across the country to the Idaho State lab for testing. They got the results the next day.
The DNA that they got, they realized, was from the person who was very, very, very likely to be the father of the person who committed the crime. And we know Brian Colbert is with his parents. The DNA that they pulled they suspect is his father, the father of the person who committed the murder.
Things happened fast after that. In the pre-dawn darkness of December 30th, 50 agents of the FBI and the Pennsylvania State Police's Special Emergency Response Team surrounded the Colbert house.
It's crazy. Why would you do that if you're like a graduate student in forensic?
I don't know. I'm waiting for to hear why he did it.
4 people using a knife. It's a quick crime.
The agents went in with force. They broke multiple windows and doors to gain access to the house.
It's a dynamic entry, so kicking in windows and doors is an extremely dynamic entry. It's something that's not done typically all the time.
Maybe if Brian Colbert was under so much taken into custody without
It's crazy.
It would be several hours before the world learned the news. And after that, all anybody wanted to know was, who was Brian Colbert? It also made some people who knew including himself, Brian.
New flavors. Worth adding over. They're great.
Brian Sheehan, general assignment reporter at NBC 10 in Philadelphia. He was on the early shift on December 30th. The news day was sluggish until a hot tip came in.
I get a phone call from my assignment manager saying, we need you to get to the Poconos. We think they have the suspect in the Idaho murder case. I went, what? The Idaho murder suspect in Pennsylvania.
What? He raced to the Poconos. A mountainous region 90 miles north of Philadelphia. He worked his phones on the way. His colleagues were at it too. If they were going to break one of the biggest stories in the country, they had to nail facts.
It was a lot of back and forth, and we had multiple sources tell us, this is the guy.
Live at East Stroudsburg.
By mid-morning, they had it buttoned up. The suspect was in custody. Brian broke the news.
We were being told that a person of interest taken into custody.
As the day went by, everyone learned more.
What I can tell you is we have an individual in custody who committed these horrible crimes.
When Casey Arntz heard the name Brian Copeland, she was stunned and turned to TikTok.
I'm just a little kid. I wouldn't make something like this up. I am just an absolute shocker.
Casey met Brian Copeland years ago when they rode the school bus together in eastern Pennsylvania. He was a year younger than her, an overweight kid, she said, and a member of their little gang.
He was laughing, and he was from our friend group. He felt comfortable with us, which was nice. But I'm hearing from other people that he got bullied for his weight.
Bullied, even by some of the girls, said Casey. She thought at one point Brian might have had a crush on her, not that they ever dated.
He was like complimenting himself. I remember I dyed my hair red one time. It was like red. Yeah, it was popped. And he said it looked good, and I was more red than orange.
Casey graduated from high school first, but stayed in touch with Brian. He messaged her when he graduated. At some point, she learned he developed a heroin habit, but he told her he went to rehab. They lost touch after that, until in 2017, Casey went to a wedding, saw Brian there, and was stunned. He was thin now. Look, she said, like he got his life back together.
It was just one of those holy crap, like, that's Brian, like, he looks so good.
If you made it to the end of this video, you are a trooper. Thank you so much for watching it in its entirety. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. Also comment what you liked about it, or even constructive criticism is welcomed. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm still really figuring things out. So, you know, anything to help that process along, I welcome. And then also you can catch me on Instagram at Craft and Bish, and on TikTok at, I believe it's Craft and Bish 1. So thank you for your support, and hopefully you try this tutorial and you love it and it becomes part of your paper crafting repertoire. All right, guys, see you next time.
On January 3rd, Brian Copeland appeared in a Pennsylvania court. Jason LeBar, Monroe County's chief public defender, represented him.
He was very open and upfront and honest with me.